First off, I want to say that even if it doesn't seem like it, I'm doing pretty well lately. Doing these videos, it made me change my sweatshirt. And I think that's a win. Okay, I'm thriving. It might be, subtle and a little bit, but it's happening, okay? And it's all because of you guys. I have to say thank you because I'm literally just, you all are just giving me a place to vent, and I appreciate it. And I'm hearing your guys' stories and my stories, and it's working out for both of us, okay? So let's just stay on this journey together and get through this together. Um, I'm still a little sick. Well, actually, I'm still a lot sick, but we have to deal with it. Um, but truthfully, I just want to say thank you in this video um, because I've never I've had people in my life, and I don't want to seem like I don't have or had best friends. Truthfully, if I'm being honest, I think I've had one true best friend in my life who has stayed in my life, who I've went in and out of being friends with, but is my best friend. Other than that, and I think it's something that maybe it's maybe it's because of who I am or whatever. I find I've always had people who come into my life who are like, um, sorry, I'm just trying to turn off my screen. I've always had friends in my life or best friends in my life for like a year or a season. Like I always remember being in school and I'd have someone come into my life and they'd be my best friend for the year, and then like the next year, um, they would go away, and I guess it's kind of always just been normal to me. And I've always connected more with the girls, obviously, than the guys. Uh, but I think the hard part about that, truthfully, and tell me if you can relate, is that I would form really deep, deep friendships with guys, and then I think they would I think societally they would not feel comfortable with being my friend, or they would just go in a different direction and we would kind of drift apart. And I don't even think it's like a love thing. I just think it's like a societal pressure that would be put on them to not be friends with me or to move on to like different, to like straighter dudes or whatever. I don't know. Um, but I've always connected more with the girls, but then I don't think I also don't vibe with the girls because, like, I do, but I don't because I am myself. And I don't know. I think there's just something that comes with. I've always felt for myself anyway that I'm not. The girls love me, okay? The girls love me. I know the girls love me. And the guys don't like to admit it, but they love me too. Them fuckers. Uh, but they always seem to like drift out of my life eventually, which is fine. I know what's up. Uh, I forget even what I was talking about. Oh, but I wanted to say thank you because just talking and being like honest and open about like life and friendships and trying to make friends has been amazing. And I've always felt that I should like make videos just talking and like um expressing my thoughts and feelings, and like it would connect with someone and we could be friends. And doing this type of video has kind of made that true and possible. Very um very dumbly, and I'm definitely playing in like I know I'm playing into the stereotype that I'm putting into these videos, but I mean it in the nicest, most genuine, loving way of, and I think I say this because I have a hard time with my own sexuality. Not really hard time, but I have a hard time defining it. But I think for everyone, it's easier for me just to say gay. So we'll go with that. Um, but I want to say thank you because having people who relate and understand and accept me for me and my everything has just been amazing. And I hope I can do the same for other people, even if it is in the most weirdest, stupidest way. And I made a video talking about my food issues, which someone commented saying that I have to be quiet now. Someone said that they like understand and they're thankful that I talked about it in such a stupid, silly, funny way. Um, because I definitely was talking seriously, but also like making jokes about it at the same time, or not even making jokes, but coping with humor. And I think it's because it is such a normal thing for me anyway. And I think for a lot of people that I hate that it's like a taboo subject, I like to just talk about it like it is something that's normal. Because for me, it is normal. It's just something I deal with. And like days are hard, days are easy with it. And it's weird because it's something that I actually don't thrive off of, but thrive off of. Like in a weird way, I'm proud of it when I've been good and eaten a certain way or something like that, which I know is wrong, but it's like, let's not act like that is not what um, is what it is, you know? I like had the thought today because I've lost lots of weight and I know how hard it is to like control weight and eating. Like, I have nothing against, now I'm just rambling, I have nothing against people who like do GLP-1s or anything like that. If they were available when I was trying to lose my weight, I would have taken them in a heartbeat. And that's not even well, it's a little bit related to the food and body issues. That is completely related to, like, that's something I have to balance out. But that is completely related to the fact that I needed to lose weight because I was so, like, overweight and that was not healthy. And I know and still know the struggle of dealing with, like, food and always worrying about it, that I go, anyone who has anything against it, shut up, because until you deal with it, it is so annoying. I am now too thin, which I know I am now too thin to be qualified to take them, but I don't even want to take them to lose weight. I just want to take them to like not always have to think about food, because I guess my understanding is that they will help you stop thinking about food. Um yeah. Anyway, I got this sweater at the thrift store and it says blonde, which I really like because I love being blonde. I've been blonde before and I'm debating going blonde again. Right now I'm in the middle of growing out my hair, and or at least trying to. I got a bad chop done a little bit ago and it's finally kind of getting to the point where I like it. I know the front doesn't completely blend into the back, but I'd rather have this than cut it shorter. Um, so I'm debating dyeing it blonde. I'm also debating wigs because I'm like, I could also just like, because I like my hair, but it also annoys the crap out of me because it's so long. Girls, you understand, I'm sure. Give me your tips and tricks on how the hell you deal with it. Because it's like, I like having short hair because it dries so quickly. It's easier to style. It can look messy and look good. I don't have to take care of it really. So when your hair starts to grow out, girls, how do you deal with it? Like, it's getting annoying, okay? But I want to have long hair. So anyway, now I'm like debating like wigs. I'm like, because I could just shave it short and RuPaul this situation and have a wig, which is really a tempting thought. But I'm trying not to give into it. So give me your hair care tips, okay? Um, yeah, I kind of just ramble and go off on my thoughts because I my day to day is very much the same and I have nothing really to talk about. Besides, oh my god, I went to the gym yesterday, girls, and if you watched the video, I was talking about my body issues and how I was having trouble going to the gym now. But what was keeping me going to the gym was there was a fine ass person there. So I went to the gym yesterday and they were there working out, which, yeah, you're like, it's a gym, but they work there, right? So usually they're just like working. And but I seen that person on the treadmill and it's like, it's so funny when you're into someone because like even them being on the treadmill can like really do something for you. And it's like, they're just a person. You don't even know much about them, but you're like, oh, damn. Anyway, so they were at the gym and that made going to the gym fun. Also, if you're having struggle going to the gym, go get a gym crush because nothing will make you go there more, even when you're like abusing your body, than getting a gym crush. Um, Other than that, Christmas season is coming up, and I'm very excited for it. Actually, for the first time in a long time, I think because of my parents' divorce. Man, I can really just go off and like deep dive into some shit. Hey, but because My parents got divorced when I was a kid, and then my dad fell into being a witness, which, if you don't know about witnesses, love them, lovely people. They have a few rules, okay? um, one of them, one of them is that they don't celebrate Christmas. So, like, my parents went through a divorce, and my dad became a witness, and I like figured out all about holidays and everything at like 8 and did not celebrate any of them, like birthdays, um, anything like that, since like the age of 8. So they don't, it's weird because I don't have lots of memories of holidays, and then the ones that I do have are not great because like we didn't celebrate them, right? Or they were like just tainted, like birthdays, everything like that. So, um, for the longest time, I didn't have great memories or had no memories around them. And as I've gotten older and started to like give into like having a family or not having a family, but like reintroducing them into my life, they weren't fun because I had no previous memories to get into them. But I'm finally starting to get my traditions. Like, I want to bake this year for the holidays. I want to make cookies. Give me some of your favorite like cooking and baking recipes. I'm like so excited. I want to show up to the holidays this year and like bring cookies, or like a dish for everyone to enjoy. Um, so I'm actually excited to like decorate for Christmas and do that stuff. And because I have a little sister, I've been like excited. I don't know if this is connected. Um, But I've kind of got to relive my childhood through her and like give her what I wanted, which I really enjoy. So it's nice to see her have the joy of it, even though she's like a teenager and knows what's going on. Um, I found sugar cookie Reese cups and a like Grinch themed hot sauce so far as gifts for her that I want to give her. She sent me her Christmas list and she wants 2 grand of gifts, and I can't afford that right now. Um, but it's so fun to like get those joys back. I know holidays are hard for people and it's definitely very understandable. One thing that I struggle with holidays is I've never dated anyone. And when it gets to like the cozy season, I have no one to be cozy with. And I kind of wonder what that's like, especially being like 26 and being so far behind in like dating and everything like that. That like, I want to know what that's like. But I also like have went so long that I have such high standards now that I'm like, I'm not going to give in to anyone unless they're exactly what I want. I also have very low standards because I will fall for someone as soon as they give me a minute amount of attention because of the same reason, which is like, how do we deal with that, girls? They're not that special, okay? The person is not that special. They're just hot, and I'm trying to learn that. I was listening to a therapist, and they were saying like that. The whole if he wanted to, he would thing is like not true because how many times have you wanted to and didn't? And I went, well, yeah, damn, that's true because I've been this person at the gym. I've been trying to ask what their deal was for like a minute now, and I haven't because I'm scared. I'm just a scared little girly, and I don't know how to handle it. Okay, um, but I do want to eventually know what that's like, and I hope that one day I like get to know what that's like, even if it's like late in life. There's part of me that like I get really sad, um, which comes from my whole like dating and sexuality and everything like that, where I've never dated anyone and it's never been an option. Like the therapist also said, like, um, because they're talking about a review of the Mel Robbins book, like the Let Them Theory, and she said it's not good to hold yourself responsible for the society around you. Like there is like it's okay to give into the fact that you might not have been blessed in the best living situation ever, and to not hold that against yourself. So I just forgot where I was going, but the whole thing about that was like, I know it's not my fault that I'm behind in dating, but it is very hard being behind in dating because of like growing up in a small town, having no dating options. Even like if I grew up in the city and there were some dating options in regards to like guys or even girls or anything like that, I at least would have had some experience where I literally have no experience. And it's like, it's kind of sad because I'm more comfortable being alone because it's so familiar to me. And like, less scary that I sometimes I'm like, I'd rather be alone than ever have to deal with that and have to learn that now in life and have to explain that and bring someone else into that. Because I just don't know how to handle it, you know? Um, yeah. But anyway, I kind of like, I've been deliberating and thinking lots, and I just decided that this channel is literally just going to be me vibing and talking and also relating to you guys and being for the girls and the gays and anyone else who wants to like join in on the journey here. Um, but I want to be there and like have friends with you guys. So if you have any questions or anything like that that you want me to talk about or answer about, or like any way that you can relate, let me know, because like I just want to vibe and like pretend like we're on a call together. And it seems to be like the best way to handle this situation. It's also a great way to vent because, again, thinking about therapists, I was like, I can just talk to a camera like this. Like it's nothing going on at all. But if I had to admit these thoughts to a therapist, I don't think I'd be able to do it. I'd overanalyze it, where this I'm just like joking around, but it's not really a joke, you know? Um, but anyway, it's been fun. It is fun. I'm having fun, and hopefully y'all are having fun and can vibe and join along on the journey, and take it very seriously, but also like be able to have a laugh, you know, because I changed the title on one of my videos to Counting Calories, Not Boyfriends, because that is the truth, y'all. And it's funny, but it's also like, you know. Anyway, that's today's video. That's today's little rant for you girls, and I'm so happy you're here. Anyway, thank you for being here. Love y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace out.